And your mic is live.
I'm sorry?
I said, Ant-Man, your mic is live. Okay, go ahead, Shorty.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So what I did here, and I can repeat it if needed, I just grabbed the run from the bottom, from the top to the bottom, so I know where the sellers are, right? So if you look at this volume profile, it looks like we're entering the skinny belly, right? If you zoom in a little bit into this, you'll see the shelf literally stops right here. You scroll to the right, and you see where we came. We came very close to that. So if you're able to pop over 40.44, there's literally nothing stopping it all the way up to here, which is 40.72.5. So there's about 30 points that we can go here, and I'm pretty sure we would push it, reject it here, and then another flag, like a little bull flag, and then go to the VPOC 490, and then on the if let's say Apple has good ER, if Amazon has good ER, we can blast through this 4100 here. The ultimate, and I don't see us going above this, is right here. So if we kind of go, I really don't see us going. I mean, we could. I just don't think this whole thing is over yet. We have the midterms coming. That's not accounted for yet. Nobody's talking in the media about it. Wait till they add that piece to the equation. But this would be my target if we were to continue upside, would be 4,205. And it would take something special to get over this. If they do, if you guys remember the triple top, I think we're trading live and this happened actually. At 40, what is this? 4,310 or whatever it was. So we had a triple top here, and that's where we kind of ran down from, right? So this was the initial burst down, and then you can look, for each one of these bounces. Right now, we seem to kind of slow down, right? So we literally put a stop in here, and everybody was like, okay, well, this is stop. We made a higher high. Then we broke that low, right? And you made a new low. Now, what do you hear on Twitter and everywhere else? Bottom is in, and people in our Discord, bottom is in. But have we made like any previous highs yet besides this tiny lower one? Did we take out like a level like this? I don't think so. You would need to take out at least 4,200, and I will admit that 36.4 was the bottom for this recession or whatever you want to call this. Until then, the bottom is still not in. We're still in a beautiful bear flag, guys. So here's an 8-hour chart. 8-hour chart, nice channel here. I just grabbed the channel tool here and I drew it. I have the 3 touches on it. So there's a high chance that we might even have a quiet day until Apple, and then if we have a good day with Apple, we go from here, you come back and you go higher. If you want to play this intraday, I'll switch to 5 minutes so you guys can see it. All I did here, I'll delete this one so you guys can see it. So this is for tomorrow. If you're going to play this, this is your best way to play this tomorrow. This is called one of my favorite plays in volume profile, and using this is one of my favorite setups so far. When you have an accumulation and the POC is right there, and I mean, if you look at this volume here, the accumulated, it looks pretty sweet, right? I mean, it's a large volume, and if you look at these levels, right, so 39.70, and then accumulated all the way to the top here, let's see, what is this, 39.83. With the POC being at 39.80. So tomorrow, this is called volume accumulation tap and go. They're going to come back here and try to push it higher. But there's 2 things that happen here in the volume accumulation. You guys know why pops and then what drives it down. And then what drives it back up. Who can explain this? What happens here? What happens here? Why here? And then why does it pop from here?
I mean, I can.
All right, explain
if
it.
nobody else wants to speak up.
Does it have to do something with the buyers, and if they find more value and they push the price up?
Yep, keep going. So that's what happened here. They accumulated volume. They're buying, and this could have gone down, and this could have gone up. So as a gambler, this is where people need to practice patience. You don't buy this. And I'll tell you where you buy it. I mean, I'm kind of telling you with these arrows, but
Retest.
now what happens, right? So we buy it here, and we're like, yes, this is good value. We know it's going to go higher, whatever that reason is that they started accumulating here, but they sent it higher. Then they start taking profits, and then the short sellers step in here, okay? So let's say they got in here when this breaks. I don't know if it's going to break tonight or whenever it breaks. But let's say, the short sellers are going to get in once this line is broken here. Fair enough? Then they drive the price down right into what?
Accumulation.
Demand.
Into the demand zone, where the person, he's going to defend this area if you bring the price back to it. So these people drove it up, right? Then they're like, okay, well, we're going to take some profits. Some people are going to start, short selling. So just think what happens. I'll give you like a little quick example. This guy's like, I'm minus 1,500, let's say 1,500 shares. Think of this as millions. I'm going to short 1,500 shares, okay? So if he shorts it at this level, whatever that is, let's say 14.14, okay? And he drives it back to 39.82. If he wants to take profit, what does he have to do?
He's got to find some buyers.
Well, he has to buy the shares.
Becomes a short
because
squeeze.
he's shorting. Duh.
So if he shorted it here, now think, there's two things that most people forget. They only keep aware of one, but I want to make sure you guys are following. Here we had buyers, right? I just want to make sure. We had buyers accumulating, right? Everybody can agree with that, correct? Now, you have two things happening here. Who knows what they are?
Buyers accumulating and short covering.
Buyers defending the level, and shorts buying back the shares, driving the price up. So think about it. Now, these short sellers have to fight with these guys that they don't catch them, holding too long. And then the stock goes tuk, 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 and this guy has to cover, instead of covering, 39.80, he's going to have to cover 4,000, so his profit's getting 10. So his goal is to sell here and join the party and drive it back up.
One thing was missed in the green zone. You have Irf and Shorty buying SPX, and they see it on the ticker tape, and so people are like, "Oh, we're gonna rip."
Yeah, that happens too. Okay, does this make sense? Why this first tap? So tomorrow, this can be your favorite setup for all the times. Whenever you have like a volume accumulation like this one here, things tend to come back wherever there's imbalance is created. If you follow the smart money principles, look at this indecision candle here before it popped. It's the same length as the whole thing, is it not? The black candle right here before the pop is the same length here. So, you have a double confluence. First of all, volume profile is telling you that. And then you look at this and it's like, holy crap, we might come back here tomorrow if we break 4,000 here. So you lose this 4,008, there's a high chance that you go back to 39.83. You place your buy order, whatever you can afford, whether it's 39.90, 95s, and you're done with it. So even if you play tomorrow, you grab the bottom to the, if I can grab this, to the top here, you can at least get it to 4K. That's 20 points. I'm pretty sure you can make money on 16 points when the market's paying the contracts. Even today, it was not the best, but they paid some decent contracts. Okay, does everybody understand this kind of how the setup and go works? And this repeats a lot. I'll show you, like here. Let's look at this run here from here to here and see what happens. Obviously, I don't know what happened, so I'm just going to show you. So here, we accumulated in this zone. We popped from it, and look where we came back again. We dipped below it, then you pop over it, you come back to it, and you're going. Now this is our POC, which is pretty important even in our picture now. So I'll just send it over here, 39.56, and you see the price danced on this for how long? I mean, for a minute, right? I mean, it's been around it, dancing, accumulating, hence the POC is there. So now that we accumulated from here, and then there's a reaccumulation here, so you have two zones. You have 39.83, and then you have the 39.56, which would be a pretty good zone because it lines up with this. If you look at this dotted line in 30 minutes, it gives you another confluence. So the dotted line is from the bottom of the channel touching 2 points to the top. So if they're able to push it here, most likely 39.80, because I don't think we can drop that fast to here. So somewhere around here, it would be a really, really good zone to buy it tomorrow. 39.80s, buy it, and then let's see if we can push it. Ideally, it's 40.90, and then we can go wherever they want to take it. Does everybody understand what I explained on ES just now?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Buy. What did we do on SPY? You guys want me to do the SPY from scratch, or you guys want to keep these lines?
We have a lot of new people. Yeah, good call.
From scratch.
Let's do that. So there's two ways, right, we can look at it. So you guys obviously know we had the crazy bull run, and then it started kind of accumulating right here where major distribution happened, right? So I'll just give you what I look at when I kind of look at these charts. So there's a little bit of distribution zone. So if you're not familiar with how the Wyckoff theory works or how the accumulation distribution zones, I'll just give you a quick example, right? So most people, I'm bringing back the PS5 example. When the PS5 first came out, there's people that actually accumulated them, and they accumulated them for their own good because they could sell it more. So what happens is when you have a hot item in demand, when something is really, really popular and everybody wants it, right, the price of that product is going to go up. So what they did with PlayStation, and I blame Sony a little bit, but then you have these scalpers, right? So you have people that are literally, as soon as it was posted online, they would kind of take it up, from Best Buy, Walmart, whatever the site, was. They would buy them all within 450 to 500 range. And then they would go on eBay, and they would find that there's a person on eBay, he's willing to pay $900 for the PS5. If he can find everybody to pay for $950, what do you just think this guy's going to keep doing in this 450 range? If I know that there's a lot of buyers on eBay for $950 and I can get something for $450, what do you guys think I'll keep doing?
Buying a ton. F450.
I'll buy it as much as I can. So let's just draw another box here just so I can give you a visual, especially for the people that are failing you. Okay, the first green box is my desire to buy as many as I can, but as other participants get in and they're also buying PS5s, now there's a lot of PS5s here in this 450 range. Well, and the number of suppliers also got a little bit smaller. People already bought some at 950, so now there's a lot of supply here on the bottom, and the price is dropping. What do you guys think these guys are going to push now? They're going to accept lower prices, so that the demand is going to reduce, but the quantity supplying is increasing. Does that make sense? Demand decrease, supply increase, drive the price down. Is the price of PS5 now in the black market 900, 950?
I think it's less.
A lot less. You can get it for 550 now.
Yeah, that whole thing kind of went away.
The whole thing went away, and it's the same concept in stock. When
And they got back holding.
Exactly. So if you have 30 PS5s and you pay them 550, and now you can make 550, well, they're probably waiting for what? Probably waiting for Christmas or November to see if something's gonna work out in their favor so they can sell them. or they're just going to sell them for 50 and 50 and collect their money. Depends who it is, right? So now, if you're looking at this box, and let's remove the red one, right? So now everything was full of PlayStations. Everybody's fighting. I'll take 550. I'll take 515. The price reduces, right? Because there's a lot of providers now of PS5. Same thing happens in stocks. And I can find you my favorite one that happened on. So I'll go on the monthly. There you go. On the monthly here, and if you look at this box, right? Let's say here, I'm not going to worry about the penny accumulation. So here, they accumulated the stock as much as they could, right? Then they gave a little test, as they call it, right? In the Wyckoff, they're like, okay, well, let's give it a little thrust, see, and then reaccumulated it right here. They reaccumulated here, and they drove the price every time there was new participants, and they kept accumulating because they kept believing, in the company and their financials, and then the PR and the media. Of course, everything has their time. Like Netflix, when they killed the Blockbuster, Redbox, it was a hot new thing, and they were the first to the market. So now we reaccumulated, and they're like, oh crap, we can send another test higher, and they send it. Then they reaccumulate it, and they sent it higher. But then what you notice here, so if you count the number of months here, let's see, how many? So this is about a year. Call it a year here. They look like they're accumulating here, right? Would you guys think? A lot of people on Twitter said this is going to $1,000. But instead, if their first accumulation was at about 100, now let's just say we turn on the VRVP, and you see that their average share is about $16, right? And they reaccumulated some here, some maybe here, new buyers. They were emptying out their warehouse that they accumulated. Their warehouse on the bottom was full. So in their portfolio, they could not hold any more of Netflix because first, they have allocation. First, second, they also have the rules by which, their brokerage house or hedge fund gives them, not Cassie would buy as much PLTR as you can. No hedge fund is going to allow such a thing. You're going to have a diversity. You're going to manage that portfolio in such a way that it's a minimal risk, but you're still making money. Brokerages just make money on fees, and they fee you out. So anyways, they charge up here a lot. And then they gave a fake test, right? After 13 months of accumulation, everybody thought it was going much higher. Then, figure out everything is saturated. The market's not good. The profit margins are going down. The content that they provide is now being challenged by Prime, by Apple TV, by all these providers, right? And then they're like, okay, well, screw it. This market's too saturated. And look now. Whoop. So from 700 all the way back to where? To the second reaccumulation demand zone. So they're like, okay, well, maybe we can fill up a little bit of warehouse. If we grab it at 166, we scared everybody. We're going to get a lot of liquidity here. We'll just scare everybody away from here. So think about this guy. He bought it at 166. It's already at 230. And if he, bought a lot, which seems like he did, he can push this all the way to about 330. And he just made 100% on his shares. So for somebody that has a plan and has the money, you can do that, right? And a lot of traders, especially newer guys, they freak out about this stuff, and they're not willing to wait. So here's even today, if you look at SPY, let's just look at it for. Let me hide this guy. So if you look at, if we focus only for tomorrow, right? So we know we had this run here. So we went to, 4,018. You had a volume shelf that was nice here. You had a shelf here. This looked like where we bounced in SPY. And then this was a big one here, right? So if it was going to hold, it should have held here, but they dipped it below, and then everybody thought, it's going 387, and then even myself, 384, and so on. So now we have the VAH here, the value area high. So this is our area. If you're going to come back to anywhere, it's probably going to be here. But that's a little bit longer run. This can happen in a day, but you want something closer on your target. So what we have here, kind of similar look like what we saw in ES. You grab the fixed profile, grab the bottom, and I'm just trying to see where the most of the volume was on this run. I'm trying to figure out where did they get it. So if we go here, and let's say they got it here. If we know a majority of the accumulation happened on this level here, I'm trying to grab 3, so that's close enough. If majority happened here, but what profile shape is this so far that we grabbed?
Lowercase b.
And it's called the long B, right? So it tells you that there's going to be a couple of good trades tomorrow coming our way. If the market's moving, we're going to have really good trades. So the way it's looking now, we have this area here that basically right below this, you have a skinny belly and it's going to dump right into this demand zone that we just identified. If you want to short tomorrow, 399.12, 396.71, I can make a couple of 100% on this play, especially if you choose the 0 DTs. Right here, this is free money tomorrow. If it comes to this demand zone, I would rather wait for this to buy than short here, but that's just me. But am I going to short it? If it comes back and retests, I'll take a short. If it just dumps, I'm not going to chase it because then I can get killed also on those. Okay? So ideally, if they drop it, let's say below 399, and they don't defend this value area high, 437, or let's see, we might be below it now after hours. Oh, they're right on. They're right on that. So now, when we test that level, and let's say we break it, this is where you want to be looking for some calls tomorrow. This would be ideal. And then you see if you break the 394, there's a strong chance you're going right here. Like really, really strong chance you're going to be revisiting this. So does it make sense, the plan and how you should use volume profile tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you have such things as, naked trading. So if we kind of hide all this, we'll hide this guy. And these levels line up really nice too. And on 30 minutes or 65 minutes, I would say you will have a nice little channel here. So we have a nice retest. So that's your gap there. Things tend to come back to gaps. Might do is grab our channel. So you have a channel here. So you guys see it. And then you have a bigger picture channel. And you probably do this in maybe some higher time frame, such as 4 hours. Yeah. About 45. So now you see, right? You have a nice little channel, just like you did here. Inside this big channel. Then we came back to the bottom, and now you're also reaching, first time you'll reach the top here of this channel here, of the parallel channel. So if you're able to really push this, and I think SPY has a little bit of a gap, 405, if I remember correctly. Let me look real quick. Yeah, there's a little gap here. You guys see the little mini skinny belly here? I'm talking about this one right here.
Yeah.
Sure do.
So there's a little bit skinny belly all the way to this level, and I would say, just grab the middle of it, and I'm pretty sure there's a POC somewhere here. So about 405.76. So if you're able to break this, shelf right here, it's not a clean cut, but it's going to be fairly easy compared to the recent price action that we had. So if we break 403 tomorrow, this is pretty much easy money to 405.76. And at that point, I would probably close my puts. I would not just add shorts just yet, because the Apple earnings are going to play a big role along with Amazon. So if we have good ER, an Amazon and Apple, if for some reason, we're rocketing, this is where we're going. 4,400, well, 412 in SPY. And then if you keep going here, you see how much overhead we've got. I mean, this is pretty heavy here. Can it go to 420? Yeah, but it'll take a lot. And that's equivalent to about 4,200 on SPX. So that's why I keep mentioning these levels. But it'll be very hard for SPY to break 420. If it can break 420, then man, that's pretty impressive. Okay. Let's just do something real quick. Just want to check volume. Not the best volume on 3-day. Good volume on daily. They really need to follow through tomorrow if they don't want to get clapped. So we broke that. Yeah, I mean, 50% is at 420, so we could be going like this sideways to 420, and then, yeah, this could be the top of the rally here. So if you think about it, just want to make sure you guys at least understand it. We had one dump here, and we had a rally of about, how much? About 888, right? Then we had another drop, and let's call it from here. And you had about 12% rally. And then you dropped here, and then you had 970, and then you dropped here. And what did you have so far? 1124. You at least want to beat out this 1252, in my opinion, that, if you're going to make a rally this strong, more likely, here you had some buyers thinking, oh, early, 50%, we can go bounce here, strong power. So maybe some fresh buyers, some retailers, a lot of them. And then retail got a little bit scared as we kept breaking, previous lower lows. As you guys can tell here, we broke the lower low here. And then, make a lower high, and then now we're making higher lows, but still, we made one higher high compared to here. Really, you would need to make a higher high here, and that would be kind of the change of character that we are looking for in the stock market at this level. So we really need to break this. I would say break 420. I will believe that bottom was in for a little bit. And then I think eventually we're going to get the real leg down. But remember, I'll keep saying this forever, the markets don't crash when everybody's watching. And when everybody's loaded in the put, the markets are not going to drop. So hopefully you guys remember that. And do you guys think everybody was ready for this drop here? Probably they realized that too when they kind of ran their deltas and hedges. They're like, oh no, get the puts out, run it higher. Now you break this, 410, 420. Ideally, if they really want to make me happy, go to 430 here, and then let's have a party from here. This would be ideal. Okay, any questions on this? A lot of lines, but hopefully they made sense. I mean, I'm not asking you to draw after me. I'm making sure you're learning how to do it. All right, Q's. Wow, Q's really leaving VPOCs left and right. Okay, too much. No, Q's are more extended as pi. Q's, you're running into a wall. Damn. Me and Dumpster were playing, I believe it was Dumpster, were playing the 300 calls and Q's for Lotto. Interesting. Wish I held it. We do get a push tomorrow. Let's say they break this level. Well, this would be a really good level for Q short. And that might mean if we hit this or like 312-ish, 310, 312, it'd be a pretty decent short. We're going to take a look at this real quick here. Now I'm just grabbing the selling side. Make sure I'm seeing. Yeah, so we're still inside the value area of that sell-off. We barely dipped below the value area low on that. And look, they brought it back immediately every time. Here was the longest. And then we brought it quickly here and even quicker here. I think we have a little bit of push left before we go down. Unless they're trying to get it to the major shelf here. Should be here, but that would take some spectacular news to do that. Okay. I'll just switch to 8 hours just to check. I don't want to point it out, but what does it look like to everyone?
It's like a big bear flag to me.
It's a big bear flag. You know, if it barks like a dog and it looks like a fucking dog, it's a dog. Yeah, I mean, and I hate going contrary to everyone, but this still, to me, is a bear flag. I mean, look. This is just a giant, good-looking bear flag here. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And perfect spot short on, you know, where I short bear flags. Drew probably knows this by now. I short them on the top. That's my favorite spot to grab them.
You grab everything at the opposite.
I do. So my ideal short spot would be right here. If I can grab it short right here, I'll grab that. This means it's a change of character right here at 314.56. Unless Apple announces an electric cart tomorrow, we're not going to break this. So, and I will take some bets that Amazon does not have a good quarter tomorrow.
Why do you think if Apple announces the EV, they'll rip? Like their cars won't be ready for like at least 4 to 5 years.
Oh, it doesn't matter with Apple. All the Apple fanboys will literally go and click buy. I mean, think about it. They released since iPhone 8. What other change has iPhone ever had?
Nothing really great.
Well, if you can name one besides the processor and the camera, I'll tell you who will buy this stock if somebody announces Apple Car right now. They are the geniuses of marketing, so they will take Tesla and they'll put an Apple logo and it's going to sell 10 times what Tesla sells.
That's a fact.
That's true.
No.
You need longer battery life on Apple.
Yeah,
My phone dies too quick.
Right. Well, I mean, they add marginal, additions to the phone, and people are like, when I was a kid, and I think I had, I don't know, well, not a kid, but I had iPhone, I believe, 2, or I don't know which one. It was a small round one. I didn't know. I freaking turn off the phone. It was ringing in the middle of a meeting, and I'm like, man, what is this? How do I turn it off? Right, and what did they do since then? Remove the button, add better antenna because the antenna had issues, better camera, better processor, bigger screen, more distractions to your life, and all that. And what benefit do you guys have? It's intended to make phone calls. It's just the humans now change the behavior a lot. So just remember, it's intended to make phone calls, and they sell them for, I don't know, how much is an iPhone now? Like $1,500?
At least.
Yeah, minimum, right? And then that was a good question. Who's going to buy it? Well, the same person that bought the iPhone 13 and the 12 and the 11 because he felt like he was getting an upgrade on his phone. Those are the people that are going to buy it.
Shorty, check that screenshot I just posted. SPY is almost at the quarterly top. So that's not the monthly, that's the quarterly. The monthly's above it.
You need to color code these, man.
I don't even know how to do that, but okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So let's see. I thought Amazon sold all of the Ribbon stock. Did they not? I'm pretty sure they did. Right? I think they sold them all. All right. So any questions on Qs? So if you just look at it here, I mean, we really need to break that trend line. You break the trend line, you can literally get a burst right here to 310 tomorrow. And what we could do, or what we could see tomorrow, is that it literally stays in this box like SPX late because of Apple and all those big boys reporting. And then I don't know how Meta did. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Short to 165. Okay, well, you ain't gonna do that tomorrow. Yep. Meta going to 158 tomorrow. 156, 158 tomorrow. You can buy some stuff there. It's actually a good buy. I might buy some shares tomorrow. All right. What other tickers you guys got?
Hey, Shorty, could you take a look at the ES again on, say, a 30-minute chart? You take today's high all the way over to May. I think it's around 26th. Take a look at that.
To the May, you said? Like this low?
No. It was. It wasn't the low. It was actually, I think it was May 26th. Matches the high. Take the high of today, that number, and pull it all the way over, and it looks like it's right before the consolidation where you started, measuring just prior to it. You see the little dip there? It comes right in, up, just up a little bit. Yeah, right there. That right at the bottom of that looks like it matches up with the high of today.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So that's where this gap happened right here. Like if I could extend this, it's kind of like right there. You see it? So that was the low zone there on the volume cluster. So
yeah, so that was my question, because you see that acts as like a support, but that became our resistance. But I don't know how much volume we've got there.
we have zero volume. That's why. Well, you can check the volume here. So let's see. If we check this run from here to here, oh, sorry, not that. If you check this run, the bull run from here to here, and if the POC is in that area where you just pointed out, then well, look what's there. You see what's there?
Yeah, value high.
Yeah, value high is there. And I mean, so if you think about this on the bigger scheme of things, since May 30th and until when do we run this? June 17th, that shows that as we are selling, that volume was not very strong. As you're selling, that volume was not important there because it was a tiny buying volume here. You see it? Right? It was tiny little shelf. But now, when you're going back up and you reject it perfectly, you got to wonder why. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You didn't respect it that much when you're coming back down. Actually, you sliced through it, and now you reject to that level. Like you ignore the volume one time, but you respect it a second time, which is odd. And I think that's your question. I don't have an answer. Either this volume shelf was not very important and they used it now as a trap to trap some shorts and then they send it higher, which could be the best possibility, I hope. Or there's something hidden here, whether it was a dark pool at that time. If you remember, dark pools are not on volume profiles. DPs don't show up here. And all those MOCs that happen, they do not show up here. That's not part of the volume profile.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I was missing something there.
It's a good point, because when you add this piece, look, you can literally take these volume profiles and kind of like what do you call, like Tetris, slide them in, and it's part of this. So if you grab, from here, it'll probably be there. Yeah. So you see, it's like right here it starts 40.57. But that's not what I was looking for. And I wonder now you got me thinking. I wonder. Let's do another one. I mean, even here, it's just part of the skinny belly. I mean, literally everything's pointing to 41.16, multiple levels. I mean, just multiple levels here, 41.16. And this spans all the way from April 4th to June 20th. It's almost a quarter here. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, looking at it that way, it looks like your targets are much better. I was just concerned if maybe we topped out.
we could be, but I think they need another spike. I think they need another spike up. And we just dipped below this level here on NQ, which is not good here. So you'll see now how this might play out very quickly here. So yeah, we might literally, if we break this level, 15.23, 12.523, you might come down all the way to 12.439. So any future traders, this might not be a bad area here to close if you're shorting tonight. You could short below this high or low. I'm sorry, higher low here, 12.536. You could probably get 100 points on this tonight. Alright, Amazon, I don't think it's worth. I'm not even looking at it, but our level was short here last time, so they had a gap up all the way 118. Yeah, so nothing really changed on Amazon. These levels are still intact. The only thing that we added is we have a trend line with 3 touches now. So, you know, if you lose this level here, if you lose this right here, you could probably short it. So 120, you could short all the way to 118. And then if you lose 118, I'm pretty sure we got a VPOC right below somewhere. You don't run like this with no VPOCs. VPOC right there. So, I mean, Amazon scenario is it's either going to 109 tomorrow, or is it going, where was the gap? 130, 130.76. What's the IV on it? What's the expected move? Just take the first in the money call, in the money put, multiply by 85. Yeah, but we've been accumulating here for some time. And you guys see, what is that, 108.94? This whole area right here, POC, is run right here at 108.94, which happens to be the VPOC. I'm pretty certain Amazon's going to 108.8 tomorrow. Well, let's see. Not tomorrow. It'll be a week after. All this. Yep. So if we do beat it, the ER, there's a strong chance you go here to like 127, 130s. Depends what the expected move is, and then if you do lose it, I would not be shocked if we push it all the way to here. I just don't know what's the expected move. Somebody mentioned it. Let's see. Nobody knows. Okay. Well, what else we got? Let's see what else ran when I was sleeping today. Ooh. Is anyone swing any short on Tesla? Oh man. Oh, this is ready to come down. You guys see where Tesla came back? Right to the value area low. And then here. So this would be a great short. Then you have your no trade zone all the way till here. Choppiness. And then it opens up here all the way to this POC. That would be great. And KSSN finally get out of her shares.
Yeah, I sold at like 776.
Oh, you did?
I sold it like right at the pump after hours when they had their earnings. Like I got tempted to buy it again, but I'm like, nah, it's gonna come back down.
Now you'll get a better chance.
It's so weird with the anonymity of like, a username or whatever. I had no idea KSSN was a female until now.
A female or a guy? A male.
I could have sworn Shorty just said get out of her shares.
Oh, get out of her. No, get
No,
out of her.
I said his.
Oh, I must have misheard it. Sorry. Okay. Well, then my assumption that it was a guy is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a guy.
But I'm pretty sure Bridget's a female, but just guessing.
Bridget's off. All right, so we got a nice little channel here. This is the second tap here. If you ask me,
I knew KSSN was female.
hold on, are you guys kidding or serious? Hold on, now I'm confused.
I'm a guy.
Okay, stop messing with me. Ooh. Yeah. Soon. On your charts, coming here. And they created a little shelf here, 684. Okay. So I'd look to short somewhere around 850, 858. Because this looks like a nice double top to me. 1, 2. Most people won't short it till 620, but I think it breaks this 769. It becomes an easy short for about $100. Or it could keep going here. If it breaks 858, 928, 987, this would be ideal short right here. Where was
There was nothing really great about their earnings.
No, I didn't think so either, but yeah, I mean,
I think next Friday, well, I know it's kind of far out, but next Friday they have that investor meeting or something like that. People were talking about
yeah,
shorting it up that too.
yeah. And I think they're gonna announce a truck soon, or like the production of it. Wow, Apple's already at almost 160. Wow, what a day for Apple. Wow. Be good if we do this run tomorrow. I really would not mind it. Oh my god. Whoever's trading futures, are you bored yet? Oh my god.
That looks about
You
as
got,
brutal as this morning.
you got from here to here, you got 4 points since 9 o'clock. For an hour and a half, you got 4.5 points.
Okay, that's a little bit worse than this morning.
Oh my god. You made, yeah, you paid more in commission on this. Oh, all right. Well, that guy that swung those 425 puts, man, he's gonna rake in quite a bit of money tomorrow if this stays like this. All right, let's see. Any other tickers you guys are interested in? Anyone? Okay. AMD break 100. AMD hit the VPOC on the dot. I guess I don't have to tell you what to do on AMD. This is still valid, guys. 91.37 if that breaks. Swing 100 calls or 95 calls for 2 weeks out. That'll go 100%. It looks like a little cup and handle. I don't know if you guys see it. You guys see it right here? Okay, I'll assume you guys see it.
Yep.
So you have that, and then a little handle and a little cup. And if they decide to drop this at ever, this is a pretty good buy here on the cup. Somewhere around here would be a great buy, 83.54. I think I saw some news on Twitter, or maybe this was last night, that the bill's going to be reviewed tomorrow. That Shorty sleeping and reading, or was it really happening?
Well, the Senate passed the chip bill today, and tomorrow the House is supposed to have at it. So it's up to Nancy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, tomorrow. Oh my God, Nvidia went to 177. Oh my God, I had a bunch of 180 calls that I sold right before close yesterday. Oh my God. Whew. This thing ran from 164 to 179 today. I think I'm gonna have to bring back Nvidia into the rotation. Yeah, it's coming back. Nvidia to the table. Oh, tomorrow, man, this is easy money. This is, I think it goes to 184 here. Let's see what the sellers want. Oh yeah. Exactly there. See where it could be by it. Yeah. Man, that'll be a pretty big dip if it dips to like 173 tomorrow from 177. That's a pretty decent dip. I don't want it there. The volume profile does not agree with the bounce play. Let's see if I grab this. I could see this happening though. Yeah, this could happen tomorrow, guys. Like, ideally, you go here. You could drive this to about 5 points if we have any continuation to tomorrow. This could go well. Oh my God, this looking more juicier than I thought it would. So if you get this, and we get the dip buy at 176, or even if it comes back to 175.93, you consider that the value area high. Yep. So I'll keep an eye on this tomorrow. I'll go in top 5. I'll take out AMD maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I'll keep AMD as well. AMD will have a nice setup as well. Yeah, AMD, tomorrow there's a strong chance it comes back to 89.41, drops a little bit, and then goes there. If it breaks 89.41, let's say pre-market, this is what you're waiting for right here. This is gold. This is gold here, 88.5. So NVIDIA AMD top plus tomorrow. And then the Qs we talked about. We have C, SPY we covered. Yes, we covered. NQ we covered, so we have to break this, and then we're gonna go higher. Ideally, if you're patient, wait for 12.625. We'll mark that level so you guys have it a little bit higher. That one. And then you have a chance to retest the high. I would say 12.7 is doable. So if we come back here, that's great. This becomes a really, really strong zone here. Now 12.4 for bouncing. So it'd be great if we push a little bit higher and then we catch a short, on the break of here, or depends how volume sets up, but this would be a pretty good setup here. All right, what else? Anyone? How's Google? Oh, wow. Double top. Man, this is too extreme. That's gonna lead to buyer's exhaustion here real quick. Oof. Well, I would say if Google's able to break this 115, there's a strong chance we're going to 120. So if I look at this sell off here, Yeah, I mean, if you're able to break this right here, this POC, this area, there's nothing there. There's $5 here, and then if we break below here, well, let's say right here. If you break below this 111.28, this is fairly easy short. 4 weeks out to 105 to the VPOC. Okay. Anyone else? Any tickers? Oh, VA's coming up on the. What is this? Bars group? Like, man, what a VA. 113 to 160.
Somebody on YouTube's asking if you can look at ENPH.
EMPH. Wow. So this stock was added to S&P 500, what, 2 years ago?
Oh, and it looks like it had earnings, what, today? Or yesterday?
Let me see what this is. EMPH. Reported second quarter earnings 107 per share, 530. They beat both. They beat top and bottom. Yeah. It's kind of solar. Dirty, do you know about him? I know Dirty Max drop, but yeah, he usually knows solar companies. Oh. Had a decent accumulation here. Check 1 2 minute. It is running. What did they announce? I mean, it has a nice bull flag, going in here. If you look at 1 hour, I mean, this is a definition of an ascending triangle. I mean, if it breaks this 255.73, has a chance to run. I'd probably wait for this 256.46 to break, and then honestly, I would look at the previous levels here and see what we got. So you had a triple top here on 1 hour, 260. And this could be testing all-time highs here very soon. If you're gonna play the break here, you have about $4 or $5. Take a long there, but then it opens up. So I would probably check the clouds on this one. about to hit the monthly top. Oh yeah, the monthly top is right here too. So the monthly top is going to be right here at 261. So you have this little bull flag that you can play, but I personally would not be a buyer here, but there's a strong chance that we're going to come back here to about 230. And this could happen within 4 or 5 weeks that you're going to come back here. And this would signify that we completed a full cycle on the on the monthly candles here. So if you look, let me go back. So here it would come back. Now it's going to go top of this cloud. There's a strong chance it comes back here, but it'll go here, probably 230. And if you can't hold, then it'll go to the next cloud, which I don't have enabled here. But not enough, for me, not enough meat right now to chase this. If you wanted to play this breakout here, which was 220, that was great. But now I think you're chasing a little bit. It does not have any of my favorite setups here. Well, you have tan here, which has a better setup, and it's also a solar play. I'd rather play this than that. This has another $8 left for sure here. If you look at this, this has about $8 left before it comes back down. I'll look at this one. What was another solar? Man, I forgot the name of all these solar companies. Which one did he look at? It had like a huge falling wedge. It was like $10. Man, I'll never remember these. Yeah, I really didn't. I forgot them. Forgot the name of them. PSLR or something like that. No. First Solar, FSLR. No. Yeah, this one has decent setup over 78 to about 90. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have anyone else, we'll go ahead and drop. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Shorty.
Thanks, Shorty.
Bye.